Namaste and a very warm welcome to yet another episode of the Indian Lawyer Legal Tips. Today at the Indian Lawyer, we are going to discuss a topic that has recently started making headlines, that is the Covishield vaccine. The Covishield vaccine has been manufactured by a company called AstraZeneca, which is a European based pharmaceutical and biotechnology company. They have got the Covishield vaccine manufactured by Serum Institute India, and most of the vaccine that has been manufactured has been utilized to vaccinate people in India, though some of this vaccine has also traveled overseas. The controversy that revolves around the vaccine is that the vaccine has started showing side effects of clotting in certain people. This, of course, is a serious allegation, and the matter is now in the courts in England, where there is a suit for some £100 million against AstraZeneca for the loss of lives or for physical harm caused to 51 individuals. Now, coming to India's role in the entire fiasco. Covishield in India was manufactured by Serum Institute India, which is based in Pune. They were asked to manufacture the vaccines by AstraZeneca. When the manufacture started, Serum Institute asked the Indian government to give them some kind of an indemnity or insurance that would protect them in case there were any liabilities. The Indian government, however, did not do so, and today Serum Institute India has been left to watch out for itself in the event that the Covishield vaccine is declared to be a faulty vaccine. In developed countries like the US, certain pharma companies such as Pfizer or Moderna had approached the US government to give them protection when they were manufacturing the vaccines. They were lucky enough to get the protection or the indemnity from the government. So today, if anything happens to their vaccines, they are protected to a certain extent by the indemnity or the insurance of the US government. Before moving any further, let us understand what is the controversy with regard to the Covishield vaccine. As per the allegations made in the suit that has been filed in England, apparently there is a side effect called TTS, which is thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome, which causes people to have blood clots and a low blood platelet. This has caused panic in various parts of the world. Now, what this would mean is that the person who is affected could not only be seriously ill but could also die. Now, let us understand the laws that would affect pharma companies in the event that the vaccines that they have produced are found to have been defective or have caused side effects which can also be life threatening. The first would obviously be the Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940, which casts a duty on the manufacturer of drugs to produce standard drugs. Any drug which is substandard or spurious is liable to penalty, and at the same time the manufacturer that has made it can also be held liable for imprisonment, which can be from 10 years and can even go up to life imprisonment if the drug that has been sold in the market has caused the death of many people. Over and above that, there is another liability that is cast upon pharma companies under the law of torts. As per the law of torts, if there is a breach of a legal duty by the manufacturers in supplying or selling inferior or spurious drugs, then there will be a tortious liability and they will be liable to pay compensation for the deaths or for the grievous injuries that have been caused to the people who have taken the vaccine. Recently, there has been news that the matter of the Covishield vaccine has reached the Supreme Court. Yes, there is a matter that is pending before the Supreme Court pertaining to the Covishield vaccine. Now, what happened was in 2021, a lawyer by the name of Vishant filed a writ petition in public interest, which is numbered as Writ Petition 495 of 2021. In that writ petition, he had made allegations that Interpol had warned that there were many criminal organizations that were trying to sell fake vaccines across the globe. He filed the writ petition in the public interest, asking the court to protect or to take preventive action or safeguards that would prevent Indian citizens from being made a victim to these fake vaccines. He also sought the relief of equitable distribution of vaccines as they were in a short supply and people were falling into a trap. Over and above that, this petitioner also sought that the private sector should be called upon to ensure that the vaccines are properly administered so that the burden is not cast completely upon the government. In a shocking fact that has been mentioned in this writ petition, by a survey and research program conducted by Indus Intelli Risk IntelliSense Services Private Limited, also known as IIRIS, it is said that 25% of the drugs that are sold in India are spurious and substandard. This, of course, is an alarming fact. Now, what has happened is, while that matter is still pending before the Supreme Court of India, because of the case that was filed in England against AstraZeneca, very recently in the pending writ petition before the Supreme Court, Mr. Vishant has filed an IA asking the Supreme Court of India to intervene in the matter. In the IA, he has explained the incident that was reported in the Telegraph regarding the matter pending before the courts in England for compensation of up to £100 million for 51 persons who have been either suffered from side effects or who have died. What he has sought from the court is the appointment of an expert panel of specialists from the All India Institute or other similarly placed bodies who can actually conduct a survey and investigate as to the risk factors that are involved with the Covishield vaccine and in the interest of the national public health safety. Additionally, he has also called upon Union of India to compensate all those people who have been disabled or have suffered liabilities due to taking the COVID-19 vaccine, that is Covishield, or to compensate for the loss of life to families who have lost their loved ones due to COVID-19 or after taking the Covishield vaccine. What this IA seeks to do is to promote public safety and also probably to ensure that the fear that is there in the country because of the Covishield vaccine should be controlled at this initial stage. This interim application that has been filed by a public interest litigant, that is Vishal Tiwari advocate, is now before the Supreme Court, and we have to wait and watch to see how the Supreme Court views the Covishield side effects that have been reported in different parts of the country. Most importantly, how it deals with the situation to avoid panic in India, as it is not necessary that all people who have taken Covishield are going to be affected. Today, 9th of May 2024, the Times of India has reported that AstraZeneca is withdrawing the COVID-19 vaccine globally. The UK-based pharmaceutical company claims that they're withdrawing the COVID-19 vaccine as there is currently no demand for the same, and they have other similar vaccines which are also produced by them and not selling. Now, coming to the Indian scenario, the Serum Institute of India claims that Covishield manufacture had stopped since December 2021. On the point of liability for Covishield vaccines that have been administered, the company has made a statement that they had already put notice of the side effects on the labels, and as such they are absolved from any liability. This, of course, is wishful thinking, because merely putting it on the label does not absolve them of their legal liability. Though there is an age-old saying that ignorance is bliss, I do not believe in it. By this video, we are trying to spread awareness amongst people that the Covishield vaccine that has been taken by most people in India should not be the subject matter of great panic. Let it be investigated by an expert panel and only then one should react. If you have found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe so that we may make many more such videos in the interest of the public.